That heightened, extraordinary opulence that you cannot believe pretty much informed the entire look and feel of the show.
My name is Alwin Kuchler and I'm the DP on The Regime. I know Stephen Frears from the past, and then I was sent the script by Will, and I started to read it, and it only took me 3 or 4 pages to be completely intrigued by it and thinking, who's this character Eleanor Burnham? You know, who's this awful woman who's incredibly entertaining? I always love stories where I don't know exactly how it will develop. I had this mixture of inspirations. I had mixtures like the trial in the sense of framing and the composition, because I knew it was like we had all these various characters and I wanted to really bring their faces out.
It's time to say enough. We will no longer be a party to their legacy of brutality.
Stephen is like somebody who likes to make things up on the day. So he's got this weird paradox between show me what you can create and then I'll tell you on the day if I like it or not. So I feel he put a lot of trust in me.
They had some special lens meant to get him very, very close to people. And then we shot tests and I said, well, I like this, but I don't like that. So once you've sorted that out, and once you start to understand what the lens can and can't do, that's what you do.
What does it feel like to live in that environment? We hope that people are transported into that world.
In episode 1, I have this idea that the first time Zubak puts his eyes on Eleanor, he sees her in front of this light which appears like the sun, and she has got this goddess kind of aura around her. And it was really quite satisfying that an idea you had suddenly comes to fruition.
Sorry for all the security measures. You all right?
Yes, Chief.
One of the things I was kind of aware that these palaces in Vienna were very golden and very opulent. And I kind of partly wanted to work slightly against it because there was also this rotten core to the story. So I wanted to take some of the golden away, or also the cliche of it to looking like a cliched period piece. One of the conversations I had with Katie, the production designer, early on was what I was trying to do with the colors. So I showed her photos and examples of, by adding green, what will it do to the gold and everything. So we worked really closely and really well together. We also had a very early conversation about that we wanted to have very little color apart from gold and red.
We did lots of camera tests with Alvin to make sure that the colours that we wanted to use on the set worked with the colours of the clothes, worked with the lighting.
Alvin and Cave are both highly creative, anarchic individuals, and that's something that's really, they're rule breakers in the way they approach the work, and that really appealed to me.
I didn't know Jessica before, but I struck up a relationship very quickly with her, and I realized that the way she processes things is very close to how I process things. So I found the communication very easy.
The references that he and I had often were, sometimes they were sketches or drawings, or there were pieces of historical art that we felt we could draw references from. But what we started to do was try and understand how we could build this world that felt so fascistic and threatening, but also have the kind of femininity that it required for the way that Kate as Elena would have set up this world.
The show had a lot of interesting tones, which I think are really unique to the project.
This project that a whole team of brilliant people have great clarity and focus on. This vision becomes all of our shared vision in the way we're all kind of creating it together, and that's pretty magical.
I'm very excited about seeing that all coming together.